I thought we left her behind, but she's still here, and she's not alone.
They called it a fresh start. For Amanda and her young son Noah, the house on Wicker Lane was supposed to be a sanctuary, far away from the noise of the city and the ghosts of their past. Amanda had worked tirelessly to save for the move, and when she found the charming two-story colonial listed well below market value, it felt like fate. The house was nestled at the edge of a sprawling forest, its white facade glowing faintly under the December frost. But from the moment they arrived, Amanda noticed something off. It started with the air inside the house, thick, heavy, and carrying a faint metallic tang. She brushed it off as the smell of old pipes. Noah, however, seemed immediately uneasy. The normally chatty 7-year-old grew quiet as they toured the house, his wide eyes flitting to the corners of the rooms as if tracking something Amanda couldn't see. "Do you like it, buddy?" she asked, kneeling beside him in the kitchen. Noah hesitated before nodding. "It's big," he said softly, his gaze fixed on the pantry door behind her. The first night passed uneventfully, though Amanda found herself waking every few hours, startled by faint creaks and groans. She told herself it was just the house settling, but the noise seemed deliberate, like footsteps stopping just outside her bedroom door. The second day, Amanda noticed the house seemed darker than it should. Even with the blinds open, sunlight seemed to dim as it entered the rooms, casting strange, uneven shadows. In the living room, the light from the wide window didn't seem to reach the far corners. Noah refused to play there, saying the window made him feel watched. By the second week, the excitement of the move had faded, replaced by an unshakable tension. Amanda discovered the muddy footprints one morning as she came downstairs to make breakfast. They started in the middle of the living room floor, small and barefoot, trailing toward the back door. She stared at them, her heart pounding. "Noah!" she called out, her voice wavering. Noah appeared in the doorway, his face pale. "It's her," he whispered. "Who?" Amanda demanded. "She lives here," he mumbled, refusing to meet her eyes. Amanda tried to convince herself that Noah was just adjusting to the move. Children had active imaginations, she reasoned. But that night, as she brushed her teeth, she saw something in the mirror. A small, dark figure darting past the bathroom doorway. She froze, the toothbrush falling from her hand. When she turned, there was nothing there. Panicked, she rushed to Noah's room, finding him fast asleep. But his face was scrunched in discomfort, his small hands gripping the blanket tightly. Amanda sat on the edge of his bed, stroking his hair until he calmed. Her own heart didn't stop racing. The next day, Amanda decided to replace all the locks. She hired a locksmith, a grey-haired man with kind eyes who whistled while he worked. But when he reached the basement door, his tune stopped abruptly. "You should probably leave this one locked," he said, his voice tight. Amanda frowned. "Why? Did you see something?" He hesitated before shrugging. "Just a feeling?" he muttered, packing up his tools quickly. That night, Amanda dreamed of the basement. It was vivid, more like a memory than a dream. She saw herself descending the narrow stairs, the air growing colder with each step. At the bottom, she saw a girl sitting on the floor, her back turned, her hair hung in damp strands, her shoulders hunched forward. Amanda tried to speak, but her voice was strangled, the air thick with an electric hum that buzzed in her ears. When the girl turned, her hollow eyes glowed faintly, and Amanda woke up screaming. Noah grew quieter in the days that followed, spending hours alone in his room. When Amanda asked who he was talking to, he said, "She's lonely." "Who is she?" Amanda asked, her throat dry. "She doesn't like when we talk about her," Noah replied, his voice eerily calm. On a freezing January night, Amanda woke to Noah's screams. She bolted to his room to find him standing on his bed, pointing at the corner. His face was streaked with tears. "She's there, Mommy," he cried. Amanda flicked on the light, but the corner was empty. Still, the room felt different, heavy and cold, as though something unseen was pressing against her skin. Grabbing Noah, she fled the house, not stopping to pack or look back. They spent the night in a motel, the first night in weeks Amanda felt truly safe. The next morning, she called the realtor to terminate the lease. "I'm sorry," the woman said softly. "You're not the first to call about her." Amanda pressed for details, but the realtor only mentioned that the house had a history, one no one wanted to talk about. The house on Wicker Lane still stands today, its windows dark and empty, the yard slowly reclaiming the property. Amanda refuses to drive past it, even on errands. Noah no longer talks about the girl, but sometimes, late at night, Amanda hears faint giggles outside her bedroom door. It's not until she turns on the light that the sound stops. And each time she wonders, did they leave her behind, or has she followed them?